The following video tries to show the process explained by my partner Mari Carmen and that has been developed in the framework of the project at the University of Alicante. The first process we will see is the cascade approach to obtain different various fractions from lemon peels waste using microwave-assisted processes. Microwave-assisted hydrodistillation with a Clevenger apparatus is firstly used to obtain the lemon essential oil, and then the remaining residue is then submitted to the microwave-assisted extraction to extract the lemon pigment. Lemon waste is received into the lab. This is obtained from discarded wild fruits due to inadequate appearance of calibre from FECOA. The flabello is mechanically peeled and slightly cut into small pieces by using a household blade cutter at medium speed to reach more or less the same size for all the particles. In this case, the big vessel is used with 750 grams of lemon peels with water. In this case, we work with 1 milliliter of water per gram of peel. For lemon essential oil, microwave-assisted hydrodistillation with a Clevenger apparatus is used. This is the equipment. The process is divided into a first step with the sample heated near to the boiling temperature of water, and the second step where the oil is distilled in the Clevenger apparatus. Now the method is ready. The radiation power and the extraction time conditions are selected according to previous test. This is the Clevenger apparatus, and here is where the essential oil is collected. Now it's time to wait the distillation. At this stage, the steam rises to be condensed in the system coolers. The oil is then collected in this part for the duration of the extraction. It's possible to see how the drop goes down. When the process has finished, the essential oil is collected. First, we need to discard the water from the Clevenger system and then to collect the essential oil in a bottle to preserve for the next steps. Now, lemon pigment is subsequently extracted without any intermediate step. Now, 6 grams of the remaining solid waste obtained after lemon essential oil hydrodistillation are introduced into a round bottom flask and mixed with the extraction solvent, in our case, ethanol water. Now the pigment extraction by MAE is ready. Samples are heated in the microwave oven and extracted by controlling time and temperature for each experiment when we are doing the experimental design. After the extraction time, we stop the process. One of these holes on the right is the temperature control of the equipment by infrared laser. After the extraction, the extracts are filtered and sometimes the polysaccharide compounds are present. For this reason, we need to precipitate it by adding sometimes ethanol. The ethanol presented in the samples is then removed in a rotatory evaporator. Then, the aqueous solution was freeze-dried. With this process, we remove the water the final extract is completely dry. One of the main results obtained in the extraction process is the yield. When we obtain the freeze-dried samples, we need to weigh the mass of the extract and with this mass we can calculate the final yield. Finally, we have both extracts, the pigment and the essential oil. Now I'm going to present the procedure from the broccoli residue. The first step is quite similar to the part of lemon pigment. It's necessary to cut the broccoli in small pieces to improve the extraction. Then we mix the small pieces with ethanol water at different concentrations. When the sample is ready, we are going to the microwave to put the sample inside, to fix the tube, to put the refrigerator, and then we can introduce the parameters to do the extraction. After the MAE, I do the filtration, the rotatory evaporation, and then the freeze-dry process. For this reason, we need to freeze the sample at -70 degrees and then to put the sample in the freeze dryer to remove all the water and to obtain the final dry extract. When I remove the sample from the freeze dryer, I can calculate the yield of the extraction and do different analysis to see the final properties of the extract. Now I want to explain the process from the pomegranate residue. As explained Mary Carmen, the final products are obtained from the use or from the peel drying. Next, I will talk about obtaining the biomordant from dry skin. It's necessary to cut in small pieces, like in the broccoli or in lemon, to obtain a good extraction from this compound. When I prepare the sample, I can add a certain volume of ethanol water, depends on the conditions that I select to do the extraction. When the sample is ready, I can put the sample inside the chamber of the microwave. I can select the parameters and then ready. Like in the previous procedures with lemon or broccoli, first I'm doing the MAE, then the filtration, third the evaporation process, and the last one is the freeze drying. This process is necessary to remove the water. With this extract, I can do the purification using amberlite, and then I can obtain a good extract rich in polyglycans. Mari Carmen has explained the importance of the anthocyanins present in the pomegranate juice, and in the video you can see how modifying the pH you obtain this range of colors that will later be used to obtain the nano. The aim of this part is the incorporation of dye and essential oil, which has been extracted from agricultural waste, into different nanocell extractors to obtain hybrid natural nanomaterials to be used as additive in the biopolymer matrix. For the synthesis of the hybrid dye nanoclay systems, the water organic solvent dispersion method is followed. We need to find the best synthesis conditions to maximize dry absorption. For this reason, we use a design of experiments using 50% of ethanol as solvent. The main step involved in the production of the yellow hybrid nanopigments mainly consisting of 1. The solubilization of the dye, 2. A centrifugation and wasting step to obtain the pigment paste, 3. A drying step by lyophilization to obtain a pigment powder, and 4. A hand milling step, maybe it's necessary or not, to avoid forming agglomerates. When the first step is finished, I'm going to put the sample inside the falcon tube to centrifugate. This is the final appearance before the centrifugation. After the centrifugation, I obtain the pigment paste. Now it's necessary to remove the liquid and then to go to the freeze dryer to dry the paste to obtain the final pigment powder. After the freeze dry and the last step, we can observe different results, as you can see in this figure. In this figure that Mari Carmen also showed is the functionalization of pomegranate dyes. In the figure it's possible to show the different colors that the nanoclay adopt with the introduction of different pigments. Finally, I hope I have been able to show the processes that we have carried out in the framework of the Barbara project as closely as possible. I would like to thank you to my colleagues for the recording work and also to you for your attention. Thank you so much.